Hello, this is Canon Chris Palmer, and I'm speaking to you from my home near Exeter Cathedral. During the coronavirus lockdown, I've heard lots of advice about how people can stay healthy, particularly how we can keep our mental health at this time of lockdown and isolation. People have been advised to find a healthy bedtime, eat healthily, find ways of exercising, keep in touch with friends. And if they're working from home, to find regular times for building this into their day. But of course, these are things not only for this lockdown time, they make for a healthy life all of the time. And this pattern of life, intentionally chosen, helps us to live well. For centuries now, Christians have had a word to describe an intentional pattern of life, which is part of our Christian discipleship. We call it a rule of life. Lots of people don't like the word rule. It reminds them of authority figures or school rules. But a rule really is just a straight line. So a rule of life is simply an aid to help us walk a straight path towards God. And a rule of life is also exactly that, a rule of life. It's meant to be life-giving. Jesus said, I have come that they may have life and have it abundantly. So what does abundant life mean? It'll be different, of course, for everybody. For one person, abundant life means getting out onto the moors and going for a walk. For another person, it's about finding artistic or creative expressions, painting or carpentry. For another person, it's about spending time with friends. For another person, it's about reading. For another person, it's about getting muddy on the football field. And a good rule of life will include these elements alongside ways to stay healthy, ways to connect with friends, and ways to connect with God. Everybody's rule of life will be different, but it can help to hang our rule of life on a structure, a shared rule of life. So at Exeter Cathedral, we have a rule of life which we commend to our community. As those who share in community at Exeter Cathedral, we commit ourselves to worship with others, pray daily and read the scriptures regularly, grow in faith and in love for God, and discern where God is calling us. Give of our time, energy, skills and resources in service of one another and the world. Care for ourselves as beloved children of God and be accountable for living this rule of life. There are more details about our Cathedral Rule of Life on our website, and we'd love to hear from you about what following a rule of life means for you. I want to finish with a prayer which is shared by those who follow the Cathedral's rule of life. God of life, present in each moment of our day, in each person we meet, in each task we undertake, in each path we walk. Receive our commitment to journey with you and with your people, and strengthen us in our inner beings to be faithful to your call, through Jesus, our companion and guide. Amen.